am Edlyn Cherry. I am the founder and CEO of Forest Books, and I am here today to introduce myself to you as we prepare to launch our brand and our online store, www.forestbooks.com. So a little bit about myself. I grew up in Dayton, Ohio. I grew up in a single-parent household, well below the poverty level. But one thing that our mother instilled in us is the ability to note take. Early on, when we were just little kids, little itty-bitty kids, our mother had us taking notes. She'd read the Bible, and there we were, and down to the colons, the semicolons. We were just learning, but she encouraged us and she taught us, and she told us to get with it. Come on, come on, come on, you know. So fast forward to the third grade, I had an excellent teacher. Her name was Mrs. Damani, and Mrs. Damani encouraged her class to write down their goals. Who do you envision yourself becoming in the next 10 years? That was the assignment. So we all took time in her class to do that, and I wrote down a laundry list of all the things that I wanted to become. And in that moment, she did not crush my beliefs, she did not crush my self-esteem, but she built me up and said, Edlyn, I believe that you can become everything that you have written down. 10 years later, we were to open up those sealed envelopes. So that was the third grade. At 10 years old, I continued that love of goal setting, and that's one of the things that I want to impart into young people and even adults, because that's a task that not many complete. But the more we write down, the more we can accomplish. At 10 years I did start college full-time at 15 as a homeschool student, back before it was popular. Even when my mother didn't have the money, we had no way to finance it, but I was able to start college full-time at the age of 15. At 16, I had received 2 scholarships in business and psychology at a community college, but I was also able to graduate that year, and a door opened up for me to attend the first historically Black college and university, Wilberforce University in Wilberforce, Ohio. And that was a wonderful opportunity. I love the education that I received there. There was a professor, and her name is Professor Wingard, and she was an English teacher. And at this point, I love to write, and it became an outlet, even in her class, to express myself and to heal from trauma. You know, when I wrote essays, I wrote about my life experiences, and Professor Wingard was one of those teachers that believed in her students, that pushed them to succeed. So writing helped me to excel in environments with leaders, CEOs, vice presidents, by taking notes and holding on to their ideas and being able to recapture those moments to them, to be able to follow up on the tasks that were given when no one else in the room is taking notes. It helped me to stand out, and it helped me to grow in my career path, and it ultimately, along with other skill sets, led me to be able to break into the field of technology, something that I never envisioned for myself. I never had the confidence in, but a door opened up because of the skill sets, because of the note-taking, because of the goal setting, and because of the ability to think big. Writing is not only for goal setting and note taking, but it's also for our healing, and we're all on our own healing journey. In 2022, I had a very beautiful pregnancy. I had a beautiful birthing experience. However, it turned traumatic, and we lost our newborn son. He was full term. His name is Micaiah, and we were hours away from bringing him home, but he didn't survive. And so I was rushed off one way to a hospital. He was rushed off another way. And my husband got the call, while he was following me to the hospital, that our son didn't make it. And so he had to break that news to me. And whenever you're grieving, no matter who you're losing or whatever it is that you're grieving, there's a healing process, and that doesn't always look pretty. And a lot of times we have to release those emotions that are trapped inside of us, and we can get caught on this hamster wheel where we just keep our mind and our thoughts keep going around and around, and we have to surrender that. And in addition to all of the good that was poured into me, in addition to prayer, one of the things that I did was journal. And one time specifically, I wrote down all of the hurt, I wrote down all of the guilt, all of the shames, all of the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I just let it go. I wrote it down, I stepped outside in my quiet place, and I took the lighter and I lit that paper up. I live in the country. So I lit it up and I watched that paper catch on fire, and all of those thoughts that were flooding my mind that I needed to stop, and it stopped. Not to say that there's, there will never be a test, that grief is completely gone, but it's a part of the healing process. And so I encourage you also on your healing journey to watch that shame, watch that guilt, watch whatever it is burn to the ground and the ants scattered. That's what you have to do. Not only are we providing products for note-taking, for activity books, workbooks, but we're also providing products for empowerment in your healing process. So join us, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.